Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to figure out if companies are really as shiny as they seem on the outside. Today we're diving into ScanTech AI Systems Inc. And let's just say things might be a little more complicated than a simple AI algorithm. Alright, so ScanTech AI Systems Inc. is filing a Form 8K, which is like an immediate update for big important stuff that happens suddenly. Think of it as a company's urgent bulletin. This particular report is about some financial trouble, specifically related to a note, which is basically a fancy kind of loan. It looks like they borrowed $1 million from a company called 340 Broadway Holdings, LLC. Later, this loan was passed on to another company, Silverback Capital Corporation. Now, Silverback is saying ScanTech AI Systems Inc. messed up on their payments and missed a deadline for telling them they'd miss it. They're claiming this is an event of default, which is a big deal. So, on the 23rd of October 2025, ScanTech AI Systems Inc. got this official notice from Silverback. Silverback says ScanTech didn't make a quarterly interest payment and also failed to give enough advance warning that they wouldn't be able to pay. Because of this, Silverback says the missed interest should be added to the original loan amount, making the total loan now $1,112,500, an increase from the original $1 million. Now, ScanTech AI Systems Incorporated is being careful here. They're saying they're providing this information because they have to, but they're not admitting they agree with Silverback's claims or the numbers. They are looking into the loan documents very closely and reserve the right to fight back if they think Silverback is wrong. This is where it gets serious for ScanTech AI Systems Incorporated. If they can't sort out this disagreement with Silverback, it could seriously hurt their ability to pay their bills, survive financially, and make money. This is a big warning sign. But wait, trees more. This situation might also mess up another deal. ScanTech AI Systems Incorporated also had a deal with 340 Broadway Holdings, LLC for another potential loan, up to $1,500,000. Part of that loan was then given to a company called Southern Point Capital Corporation, or SPCC. Here is the kicker for that second deal. If there is an event of default in one loan, it can also be considered an event of default in this other loan, especially if that other loan is for at least $100,000. And guess what? The alleged default with Silverback is definitely for more than $100,000. So, if this Silverback issue triggers a default on the 340 Broadway's PCC note, ScanTech AI Systems Incorporated could end up paying an extra 18% interest per year. On top of that, the terms for converting that loan into company stock could become much less favorable for ScanTech AI Systems Incorporated, meaning they might have to give up more stock for each dollar they owe. This could really dilute the ownership for existing shareholders. The report itself is dated the 28th of October 2025, and it's signed by Dolan Falconer, the Chief Executive Officer. This is the person in charge, confirming the company is aware of this situation. So, what's the story here? ScanTech AI Systems Incorporated seems to be in a bit of a financial bind. They're facing claims of defaulting on a loan, which is escalating the debt and potentially triggering a default on another significant financial obligation. This could lead to higher interest rates, more expensive loan terms, and possibly a need to issue more stock at unfavorable rates, which is never good for shareholders because it means their piece of the company gets smaller. The company claims they're reviewing everything and might dispute the claims, which is their right. However, the mere possibility of these defaults having a material adverse effect is a clear indicator of significant risk. Looking at the situation more broadly, this type of problem often arises when a company's cash flow is strained, making it hard to meet regular debt obligations. While the specific financial tables for this immediate 8K filing aren't detailed, the core issue points to potential underlying financial weaknesses. The company's future hinges on its ability to either resolve these disputes favorably or find ways to restructure its debt and improve its financial health quickly. The risk of default on multiple fronts creates serious uncertainty. This filing is essentially a major red flag for investors and anyone watching the company. It highlights immediate financial pressures and legal disputes that could impact the company's operations and stock value. Alright, that's our breakdown of ScanTech AI Systems Incorporated's latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Do you think they can navigate this financial storm? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate documents. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more discussions and insights from the community. Thanks for watching, see you next time.